Okay, so you've been waiting a while for this, and my apologies, it's took me a while to get it out there. I wanted to really break it down and remake it for you so you can see everything, but hopefully you'll get the gist of it from this. The reason it's took me a while to show you how to make these moving all direction and blinking eyes mechanically is because for our puppets we are looking at making animatronic eyes that move in all directions with our little joystick here. Yeah, it's took me away a little bit. You can see we're printing all the time at the moment and stuff. But nonetheless, it's always nice to have some eye movements like in this one. This is a manual eye movement. It's just the eyelids. Veronica, this is it's just the eyelids that move on this one, not the eyes. So this is what we are here to take a look at. Now I made this and I showed you all briefly this before, so I'm going to try and show you the bits that you can get at home or a local DIY shop, you know, in our case the kind of China shops and things like that, you know, bits and bobs. Quite lightweight, okay, and this is what I've come up with. Now what this allows to do is you can, in fact, let me help you to see this even better. So let's just put some little marks of the eyes just to help you see what's happening here, okay? So first of all, we can look over there, we can look over there, we can look up, we can look down, we can move our eyes in a circle, which is pretty cool. And of course we can blink as well, okay? And that's all one-eyed movements. We can also, my apologies, that bit come off, and the reason that is I've took it off purposely so I can show you how to connect that, so I'll show you in a minute. You can also go wonky-eyed, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, so it's pretty cool, and it's all manual, look. This operates the eyes this way, this is what I'll show you now. So we've got a bar in here, and to make that flexible, you can't attach it directly, okay, because it won't work because of both eyes. So to make this bar work, I've put little rubber tubes on. Now these rubbers are a bit thicker. Use a thinner one, which I do have over there. It'll be much more easy and flexible. You just glue it in, hot glue, super glue, whatever you like, okay? So let's get down to it. This one lifts up and down the eyelids, okay? And if we pop this one back onto there, something like that, then these move the eyes wherever you want to go, okay? So simple enough, and you just mount that in and do whatever you want to do. So, how did we make it? Well, the main thing that I used was this. Now, I got this idea, I was thinking an old-fashioned way was using like a ball joint somehow, and I thought, okay. And our shower is an old-fashioned shower with a metal, quite heavy ball joint. I took that off and I thought, oh, this would be cool. But then I was hacking into metal, you know, and it left it quite weighty. All right. In fact, this whole mechanical device with 6 motors was lighter than that shower head. So the principle of the idea would have worked, but it's too heavy. Then I found these. Now, these are really cheap. They cost 20 Rand in South Africa, which is, I don't know, about $1.50, $1.60, something like that, okay? Or a pound, okay, if you're in the UK. And it's plastic, through and through. So let's take a look at what I did. Now, obviously, you'll need 2 of these, okay? And this is all they are. Now, if you think about that, look. See, you've got your eye movement for one eye straight away. So I started thinking, let's take it apart. Now I don't remember exactly what I did, so I'm just gonna have to go with it. So I just pop the top off, look, all plastic there, okay? I unscrew everything that I can like this. okay? And you're literally left with this little piece here. Now, what I then did was I took this little rubber bit. Now you might not, I think they all come with this because you kind of need it to seal in the shell. And I kind of just popped it in there like that, over that ball joint there, just nicely, okay? You can trim it off if you want, or you can just take that piece out and pop this piece back on and screw that on if you want, but you don't need anything more than that, not really, okay? So, that's it, as far as that bit's concerned. Now, what did we do next? All right. Now remember, I'm just going with this, I'm trying to remember what I did. Now this part should just pop out, okay, like it did, all right? Because you're going to need something to attach all of this to. I can't quite remember. Right, I have to look at this one. Okay. Okay, so we paused you there for a moment just so I could get my head around what I did. So here we go, we've took it all to pieces, okay? You see the bits here? Yeah? We've took it all to pieces, all right? Now, what you're gonna need is, this is your main piece, the ball joint, okay? You're gonna need this piece, all right? Ball joint and this block here, okay? You're gonna need a piece of wood or something like that. You're gonna cut holes in so that this drops through and sits on that lip. It sits nicely and glues nicely. Perfect shape for you, okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your ball head and you're going to screw it on to the end there, okay? Now you're going to take that plastic bit and you're going to insert it inside. It's like a rubber thimble, so if you don't come with one, you can use tape or anything. It's just to give that a little bit of resistance so it's not just googly floppy eyes everywhere. There you go, okay? Pretty simple, right? Okay, so now we've pretty much got this whole section set up the same as here, and it would mount in to the board like so and glue that in, all right? Now then, the next thing that I've done is simply I've taken a piece of screw thread, okay, a piece of rod, all right? Now remember, that comes off, so we've got a bolt actually going through here. So where it is, it's going through there, into here, and then we tighten it on with a bolt, okay? And then that gives you this rod, and it needs to stick out about 1 centimetre in order for you to join it to this rubber tube. Like I said, get slimmer ones so it's more flexible. And then you're going to glue that to that rod, okay? Make a little bar, attach it here, bolts, nuts, same. And then the same on this side, all right? And that is going to control this in any direction that you like, because those little rubber arms, it's going to allow for that, okay? As for the eyes, that's nice and simple. We've just took ping pong balls. Now, what I did do is I drew around, well, I actually put marker pen on here and kind of just marked it on and cut that out the ball so that this can actually, this whole part goes inside of the eye, and you glue that in with maybe a hot glue or a quick bond, anything you like really, but then it rests in nicely snug onto the eye like that, okay? onto the socket like that. So that's pretty much all you're really looking for. You could probably 3D print this, something like this, pretty easy enough if you're lucky enough to have a 3D printer. But I'm sure you'll find cheap plastic shower heads. This is just a little piece of wood, same wood as this, what do you call this? What do you call this thin wood? You know, the back of cupboards and things like that. Gone out of my mind right now. Yeah, it's just a little cap to put my finger in to control the eyebrows. Now, I haven't told you about how they work, have I? So this is quite simple. Over here, we have something similar. So what's going on? Instead of, in this case, the eyes are fixed, okay? And the wire goes through the eyes, therefore opening and closing, but the eyes are fixed. This is what she has here. So nice and simple, okay? But in essence, it's this shape you're still gonna form with wire, all right? Any wire, rods, soldering rods that we use for puppet arms, things like that, anything will do, okay? This is a bit thinner wire. Oh, in fact, on here I did use a rod by the look of it. So all we've done here, instead of drilling it into the eye sockets, we've drilled one side in here, okay? Just for it to have a pivot point on, and the other one on this side. Nothing here, that's. And then we curve it round the eyeball, down the eyeball as best we can, and there we have it. All you have to do, I put a little thimble area on there, so it's easy, put my finger in, pull up and down. There we go. Take the finger out, put it on there, and control the eyes, and that's it. It's pretty much as simple as that. I know the video was off the cuff and very rough, but I think you'll get the idea of it. And yeah, to make that whole entire thing shouldn't cost you really more than $5, to be quite honest. And yeah, you can see how the material's just been put on. It's hooped round, the metal goes here, okay, down, round, up here and over, into there, into there. You hook it on, stick it on, and that's ready to be fitted in to your puppet head. This one's a wider eye span, but still. There you go. So I hope that helps. Hope you can work it out from that, and let me know how you're doing if you decide to give it a go and if it works for you. Yeah, I'm sure I will make more, or I'll make some 3D mechanical ones in a similar way to this that are more robust and ready to go. But at the moment, like I say, I'm working on motorized movements at the moment, so realistic eyes, so we'll see how things go. They are for our new wheel puppets, and we'll be taking orders on them well as soon as we are fully prepared and ready to send them out. Okay, hope you enjoy it. Subscribe!